You have a big vision for how antitrust law should be reformed and how that should impact big tech. Where do you draw the line? Where do the world's most supposedly innovative companies stop helping the world and start hurting the world?
I start this way. We've got some great products that are out there, and no one wants to get rid of them, whether it's Fitbits, whether it's iPhones, whether it is being able to order your groceries online. So let's start with that. And these companies have done very well. I am pleased that they've been successful and employed a bunch of Americans. But at the same time, our country has always rejuvenated capitalism. We've always said, okay, these are good products like we did with AT&T, but at some point, if there's no competition, these companies are allowed to become these monopolistic, dominant providers. And in the case of AT&T, no one wanted to destroy AT&T. They just wanted to make sure that new competitors can develop, like at the time MCI. It brought long distance rates down. We got the cell phone market to go from one big cell phone that fit in like Gordon Gekko's briefcase in that old movie Wall Street to where we are today. I think we need to look at it the same way. You have got situations where you'll have gateway companies that dominate so that they can literally tell people who want to advertise on them, in the case of Google or Facebook, look, I'm sorry, we're going to charge you for that. We just had a big story on app stores with Apple and Google and found out that they're charging Spotify or Match.com 30% of their revenues that come in, but they don't charge it to other big companies. They get to pick. I just don't think that's how a competitive marketplace works. So I look at it as, I love capitalism, but I always believe that you need to put some guards around it when it comes to ensuring capitalism works.
Now, your antitrust approach would strengthen antitrust legislation across industries. The House is taking a much more specific approach targeted at a handful of the tech companies that we're talking about. You've said you plan to introduce smaller bills as well. Specifically, will you introduce a companion bill to Representative Cicilline's proposal, to Representative Jayapal's proposal?
Yes, we're looking at all of those, and they have already put forth companion bills to some of my proposals, including increasing the merger fees, which has, by the way, been marked up, passed through the committee. And we expect that it'll pass through the House because it's already passed through the Senate. That's over $100 million to the agencies to hire lawyers to take on the biggest companies the world has ever known. I am seriously in discussions with Republicans about a number of their proposals. I think you will see companion bills. They may not be identical, but very similar. I commend Representative Cicilline for what he's done and am very supportive. I think we also need, and I know he does, believe this, to look at other industries as well. So to me, given that we are a small but mighty group that works on this, both Democrats and Republicans, we don't believe there's a monopoly on good ideas when we're dealing with monopolies. We've been very good, including Representative Buck and Senator Lee, about trying to work together on this and finding where we have common ground. And that means tech-specific bills, but it also means broader bills.